here I have with me Ms. Maya Amoy, and she can give an interview or a brief introduction to herself.
Hi guys, my name is Maya. I graduated from Stanford in Science, Technology, and Society in 2012. And after that, I went to work at Google, at google.org, focusing on social impact initiatives. Worked there for a year and a half, and then I moved to London, where I joined the YouTube team and did brand and entertainment marketing for 2.5 years. And now I live in LA, doing content and music marketing.
Okay.
Still working.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about your role at YouTube now.
My role at YouTube now. So I sit at the intersection of tech and Hollywood, focused on brand, content, and music initiatives. So what that looks like on the day-to-day varies very much. But I guess a recent example of a project I've been working on is a campaign with Elton John. Well, most of Elton John's biggest hits were TV existed, so they don't have official music videos. So we launched a global competition for emerging directors to submit ideas to become the official music videos for Tiny Dancer, Benny and the Jets, and Rocket Man. We launched that back in December. We had hundreds and hundreds of submissions all around the world from 50 countries all over the world. And then we had a panel of judges, which was ranging from Barry Jenkins, who was the writer and director of Moonlight, which just won the Oscar for Best Picture of the Year, to Jeffrey Katzenberg, who is the CEO of DreamWorks, and Melina Matsoukas, who is Beyonce's creative director and Grammy Award-winning music video director. So with those three and Elton, we selected the final ideas for the videos. And now we're moving into production. We're going to produce those 3 videos from directors. Sorry, I'm getting pings from people. Premiere them in May as the official music videos for those songs. So that's like a great example of how we work with different artists and collaborators on the platform and utilize like UGC and creativity from around the world to produce things that are hopefully really inspiring.
Okay. And what is the culture like at YouTube? And connecting back to like our audience, how do interns fit into this culture? And like, are there any opportunities for recent grads or current students at YouTube?
Yeah, so Google owns YouTube, I guess something to clarify because a lot of people don't realize that. So it is part of Google. Google is notorious for an amazing culture. It's won the best company to work for years in a row. And that is because they really value their employees and try and get the most out of their time and also create an atmosphere where you can have fun and work hard. So that means having free breakfast, lunch, and in some offices dinner every day. It means that it's a very open, flexible environment. You can work from different offices so long as your manager is comfortable with that. Culture itself is just very open and creative and very innovative. So it's a great company to work for, and YouTube benefits from all of that. In terms of internship opportunities, absolutely. I actually started between my junior and senior year. I was an intern at YouTube on the news and politics team. And our internship program is a huge funnel to our full-time employment opportunities after college. So the Google internship opportunity is called BOLD, the BOLD program. And that is on the non-engineering side. So that's for sales, for finance, for marketing. There are various different functions, and then there are engineering opportunities as well. And so YouTube specifically would be one opportunity under the BOLD umbrella. I'm in was in a program called APMM, the APMM program, which stands for Associate Product Marketing Manager. So that's kind of the entry-level marketing program to Google. And I'm actually writing some internship descriptions right now to hopefully have people join our team this summer. So there would definitely be opportunities.
All right. Thinking back about your time at Stanford, what did you do during your time at Stanford? And were there any things that you did that you think contributed to the skill set and success that you have today? And just anything along those lines?
Yeah, so I mean, as I mentioned, I was an STS major, and STS really studies the relationship between the way society is affecting technology and how technology is affecting society. So I very much see that, like, just that kind of framework of thinking applied to my job on the day-to-day. Like, how is the way that people consuming media on their mobile and also in more social environments, and binge watching versus social watching, how is that affecting TV viewing behavior, and how should shows and content change to fit that. So I think from just a high level kind of philosophy, that's something I apply. I also just think the nature at Stanford of like learning from your classmates is something that I do every day here. Like, I learned just as much outside of the classroom at Stanford as I did actually sitting in class, and that's because I work so collaboratively now with everyone here that having kind of an open mind way of collaborating with people from all different walks of life is really important to being successful at Google and at YouTube. One of the two things that resonate the most.
Okay. Were there any like specific like groups that you were in on campus that you think like helped you in a lot of ways, maybe in unexpected ways?
A number of them. So I was an oral communication tutor, an OCT, and that is something that I definitely use with me every day in presenting PowerPoints and communicating with executives and very senior people. That was a very useful like program to be part of, and also both on both sides of it, both as a tutor and also as a tutee. That's one. I was also part of Kappa Kappa Gamma, my sorority, and I was social philanthropy and rush chair for those. And I think all of those roles taught me something different. But I also think that like actually rush chair and group think and social dynamics was incredibly important in applying what I do now in terms of managing people internally, but also externally, being able to work with talent and people in Hollywood. Those have been really valuable skills. And also I was part of the STS peer advisor program. And so that's something that like kind of mentoring people and being able to map their vision with like my advice on what they should do, what classes they take. I kind of try and employ that with interns or more junior people at Google.
All right. On that note, what do you think is the most, or what do you think are the most important skills that you use in your job on a day-to-day basis? And are there any advice for freshmen as to like how to attain those skills or build those skills?
Sorry, you broke up there. So most important skills.
And do you have any advice for freshmen that are looking to build on those skills or cultivate those skills in any way?
Yes. So I would say if I could go back in time, one thing that I regret is not taking more computer science at Stanford. And ironically, my first program at Google, I worked on a campaign to attract more girls to computer science called Meet with Code. Because I think that CS is the language of the future, and regardless of what field you go in, it will benefit you. So even if you're an art major, if you have some knowledge of like how to code, that will benefit you tremendously. So I would say that basic to more advanced understanding of CS will like always behoove you, given the way the industry and tech is changing and infiltrating absolutely everything. That's a very practical tip. And then the other thing is communication, and actually just a plug for the OCT program, because I think the more that you can hone your public speaking skills, the way you communicate with other people orally is huge. And then that can have a big effect on your like written email communication as well.
And lastly, is there any other advice that you'd like to give to freshmen that you think I touched upon today?
Just soak up your time. I mean, Stanford is such an amazing environment and a place that I miss every day. So just be grateful that you're there and try and make the most of your time. I'm sure there's so much, so much has changed since I've been there, but I can imagine it's even more exciting and stimulating place. So make sure that you're taking advantage of every day.
All right, and that concludes our interview. Thank you so much for talking with me today, and I wish you the best of luck.